Hey everybody, David Gregory here. As I'm walking over, I got a little rum and coke. So power, I walked down here, then someone told me the power was going to go off for a few hours. And so I just want to show you, this is the dock in Gregory town. This is the town I'm from. So my friend owns a house up there. See beautiful water today. Yeah, look how clear the water is in the Bahamas. You know, I don't know, it's gone now. I just saw a fish here. Oh, you can see it right over there. You can see this fish right in the clear water. So that's a school up there. This guy has this cool little conch shack over there. It's not open today. It usually opens on the weekend. And that's a little restaurant up there. Actually, the rumor is that Rihanna, the famous singer, she was on a big sailboat on a beach, docked, and they came over here, and then she actually played and hung out and jammed with everybody at that little bar. So, and you know, this is gonna be a quicker video because it's beautiful. Because I'm starving. It's almost 3 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything all day yet, and I'm having a rum and coke, which I probably shouldn't do on an empty stomach. But c'est la vie. Anyhow, yeah. So, yesterday I talked about interest rates, right? So today I'm going to talk about the U.S. dollar. So we're seeing this huge surge in the U.S. dollar. And I know a lot of people go king dollar, or all the, I think Gordon Armstrong's likes to talk about how, you know, all the assets around the world are moving into U.S. dollars. And I don't really, first of all, I know that he has kind of a cult following, but I don't really like, Martin Armstrong, sorry. I think Gordon Armstrong, he's anyhow, Martin Armstrong. I'm not a huge fan of his. But anyhow, and it's really global liquidity. So it looks like we're heading now into a slowdown. Interest rates are rising. I think they're rising over fears of the national debt. And it's just when global liquidity dries up, the dollar rallies because it is the reserve currency of the world. Oh, you can see tons of a little pool of fish there too, by the way. So it rises because of a global liquidity. And so anyhow, so it's like a tightening of liquidity, right? So when liquidity loosens, the dollar often falls. Like, for example, the pound's all-time high against the dollar, which was 5 to 1, and we all know now the pound's about $1.30 to 1. So it's fallen over 70% against the dollar since the early 1930s, so roughly the last 100 years. Happened during the Great Depression. Again, global liquidity crisis. The pound was the reserve currency at the time, so people moved into it, right? So that's kind of what happened. So that's just what happens with these things. So anyhow, but we can see the dollar's rallying, and I think that's a negative, and I think that's a sign, again, that we're entering this kind of global liquidity crisis. So anyhow, so the dollar, you can see going up. Looks like it's almost going to break out to new highs. And I think this will be kind of like the pound in the 1930s. This could be the last hurrah, because I think they will cut interest rates. You know, because of the debt, they'll have to do quantitative easing and all of these shenanigans that they've done over the years. So anyhow. But yeah, I do think that, you know, who knows, and maybe we'll see the euro back down to par, maybe see with the Canadian dollar back into the mid-60s. We see one more surge here as this global liquidity crisis kind of pans out. Now, this won't happen tomorrow. I would think this is going to happen over the next year to 18 to 24 months. But this, I think, would be the last hurrah at this point, because the U.S., a friend of mine just sent me a chart. You know, the deficit is up, or the debt is up $473 billion in the last month. So annualized, you're talking that's $5 trillion a year. That's nearly 20% of GDP, and that's that would be doubling the debt basically every 3.5 to 4 years, compounded. And that's during an economic expansion. So it's totally unsustainable. And a beautiful day here, like I said. This little bar here, that's actually the school. That'd be a pretty nice place to go to school. And actually, my friend rents some of these places here. It's my friend's ex-wife, actually. Anyhow, and this little restaurant here. So this is the little town that's near me. That where that church is, that also used to be the building next to it used to be where the post office is. The post office is in town now. So anyhow, there's the nice waters.